Now this is without doubt one of the hardest videos that I've ever had to film on this channel. And the reason for that is that this is the first video that's filmed in the new house. I mean, you probably guessed that this behind me isn't real. I've just put this in there to try and make it feel like old times. It's just a green screen. I'm in the new house. This is my new bedroom. I can't really... Wait, this door's open, it's gonna annoy me. Hang on, 1 second. Hello, I'm Thatcher Joe, and this right here is the first video in my new bedroom. It's a little bit echoey. Apparently furniture takes a long time to make and deliver. Even in London. Who knew? Probably a lot of you, but I didn't. I know you're probably thinking, Joe, what are you gonna do for your first video in your new house? House tour? No, I'm not gonna do a house tour, but what I am gonna do is, I don't know, what am I gonna do this week? I've forgotten. Now the other week I was thinking, do you know what? No one in this world is perfect. And that being said, I'm pretty sure that everyone has done something in their life that they regret and would like to confess. So I set up this email address for you all to send me your anonymous confessions, and I'm gonna go through them to make myself feel better. Dear Joe, good start, got my name right. I keep up with the Kardashians. Hashtag don't judge me. Nothing wrong with the Kardashians, I like them, I think they're great. Especially Kylie, she's my favourite. But I didn't tell you that. Dear Joe, I was on holiday in Mallorca. I am an only child, so I had to make friends at Kids Club, in brackets, yay, with this emoji face. So I made one friend and we were just messing around, and then she suggested sneaking into a closed kids club. I just went with it. There was a closed gate, so we climbed over that. Then a worker walked past, so we freaked out and rapidly headed for the gate. She jumped over and I had my bright yellow Crocs on, and one got stuck between the... Wait, hang on a minute. You're wearing yellow Crocs. That's a confession in itself, the fact that you wear yellow Crocs. I mean, once again, nothing wrong with Crocs. If you wear Crocs, that's fine. Really hurt to say that. And one got stuck between the wood on the gate. So instead of me gracefully hopping over the gate, I fell over and my knee started to bleed lots. I went to my parents and told them I'd fallen off the climbing frame. They don't know to this day. So you know what? I'm not surprised that it got stuck in a gate. They're so big and cumbersome and just foamy. Hiya Joe, my confession is that I was a... What? My confession is that I was in a loom band making competition, and as much as I kept trying, I just couldn't do it. So I went on eBay and bought a loom band bracelet that was called Dragon Scale and won the competition. That's a big confession. Okay, next one. I eat dog food on a regular basis. I think I would definitely try dog food if it was like the dry biscuits. But if it's that like sort of meaty stuff in a tin, no way. It's making me feel sick just thinking about it. That's rank. You need to stop that right now. Hey Joe, me and my family went to a memorial... When I try and say this word, I always get a natural stutter. Okay, let me try it again. Hey Joe, me and my family went to a memorial service. Memorial. It's a sad word, why am I trying to make it funny? Memorial. A memorial service for my auntie's friend who had passed away. R.I.P. your auntie's friend. His friend stood up and asked for a minute's silence. Everyone stood up and my grandma farted. No one heard apart from me, my sister and both my parents. We had to be silent for an entire minute, but all we wanted to do was burst out laughing. What made it worse was that we had to be silent for a man who had just died. We kept giggling to ourselves, everyone around the room giving us evils. My mum found it so funny, she had to put a napkin to her mouth. It was comedy gold. That's very bad, and you should not do that. So do you know what? Farts will always be funny. Hey Joe, last year I started getting really tired of school, and I was feeling sick thinking about going in every day. Haven't we all? I mean, hasn't everyone at one point thought, you know what, school? Nah, no, not for me. Think I might give it a miss. Then your mum tells you that you have to, otherwise you're going in the cupboard. They were dark days. So one day, my mum told me that she texted the school saying I was on holiday in Spain and wouldn't be in for the rest of the week. I lied to all my friends and even posted pictures I got from the internet of Spanish landmarks. I've never told any of my friends that for a whole week. I just camped out in my bedroom watching YouTube. In 2010, when I was in year 3, I was with my friend and we were sitting down on the sports field and she was really pissing me off. So I stood on a wasp on a flower near me and picked it up carefully and stabbed it into her leg. Oh my god! You're actually a devil child. Even though they are like an evil version of bumblebees, instead of making honey, make marmite. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I've heard. There's no reason to kill a wasp and then pick it up and stab it into your mate's leg. And then she screamed and cried. Well, I'm not surprised. Really? Do you think she'd be like, oh, no, that was annoying. Why did you do that? I don't know, I just felt like it. She screamed and cried but never knew it was me. Oh my god. Worst of all though is that she's actually allergic to bees and wasps and had a really bad allergic reaction and had to be rushed to hospital. To this day, I still know her and I feel really bad. Oh my word, that's a biggie. You're actually evil. Hey ho hey ho Joe. In brackets, that rhymes sort of. No, it didn't. So I was at my grandma's funeral. Oh god, here we go, not again. And as I'm fairly decent on the piano, I was asked to play music for it, like before the service started and for the ending and everything. So my grandma's casket was being carried out at the end of the funeral and everyone was very emotional and crying in silence while I was playing this soft, gentle classical music while our casket was being carried out. Then all of a sudden, a very heavy Slipknot song, oh no, starts blasting out of my bag right by my feet. So I had to stop playing, obviously. Coffin still halfway down the aisle of the church. This super heavy music was just getting louder and louder, and I was fumbling around in my bag trying to get my phone back out so I could switch it off. Everyone was staring at me, looking super angry and horrified, and my phone would not turn off. The people carrying the coffin just carried on walking somberly to the music of Slipknot. Eventually, after what felt like 67 years, I managed to turn my stupid phone off and carried on playing Batch Prelude like nothing ever happened. Nobody from that side of my family has really spoken to me since. Oops. Dear Joe, I have this really weird addiction where I love to eat paper. Okay, let's move on. I eat it all the time and it's pretty much my favourite snack. The worst part is that my friends have seen me do it a couple of times and they literally think I'm insane and the only thing I eat is paper. I don't get it though. I mean, why have salad when you can have paper? Hashtag sorry not sorry. PS, love your videos. Maybe whack a bit of sauce on it, just give it a bit of flavour. No. Hi Joe, this is my confession. Because my family is weird and think they're cool, we have a family Facebook Messenger group chat. Unfortunately, I'm in this chat and will be hated if I leave. I was messaging my bestie the lyrics to I'm Horny, and you can probably guess where this is going. We got to the chorus and my family chat was active and I clicked on it, thinking it was my mate's chat as I sent the message to who I thought was my mate, reading I'm horny, 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 horny. Devil, like horny devil emoji as well. The full-on horny emoji. The fact that I just sent this to my mum, dad, sister, brother, uncle, aunt and both grandparents was enough to make anyone shite themselves. I am now referred to as Smexy Rhino by my family. Great. F my life. That is brilliant. Dear Joe, I'm writing to you to report a crime. Well, actually, several crimes. Let me give you some background to begin. I have been employed at my local pub as a cook for over 2 years now, and in my 2 years, I have been fairly paid. Until a most heinous event. Oh, it's getting juicy. A few short weeks ago, the second cook employed by my pub received a wage rise, an extra 20p an hour. Unbelievable. You can probably tell from my disgust that I did not also receive this wage rise, and this is because I am under 25. Well, I have never been quite so displeased with my employers. I am more trained, more experienced, and I have more responsibilities than the other cooks, and I am paid less. After hearing this news, I decided that it was unacceptable and action must be taken. Good on you, I agree. Since the news of this atrocity, I have been stealing Kit Kats at the end of each shift to make up for the wages that I am unfairly denied. That is actually brilliant. I estimate that I have so far stolen 11 Kit Kats. Some might call me a vigilante, but I consider myself a person of the people, rebelling in subtle ways to stick it to the man. Yours faithfully, Kit Kat Robber. P.S. Wait, P.S. I don't even like Kit Kats that much, I'm just petty. When I was around 5, I ate my own poo and nearly got poisoned because I thought it was chocolate. Ha ha ha. That is grim. That's the worst one today. I'm sorry, that is the worst. That's worse than the yellow Crocs. Hi Joe, okay, so yesterday I met with a guy who was really cool and it was kind of like our first date. And we have met once before when we were introduced to each other. Anyway, I put my head on his shoulder in the tube station because I was tired and my nose started running, oh no. And I could feel it dripping out. I didn't really know what to do because if I looked up, he would have seen it. So instead, I pretended to sort of cuddle into him closer, when in reality, I was actually wiping my nose on his coat. In brackets, gross I know, I'm sorry. And I don't think he realised, as he's asked to meet again, so it's all cool, thanks. I love you loads and loads and loads. I love you loads and loads and loads. But wipe your nose. That rhymed. That rhymed! That rhymed! Dear Joe, I sometimes wear socks in bed. Kiss. Now, see, do you know what? I couldn't do that. I actually can't do that. I don't understand when people wear socks in bed. Let me know in the comments below if you wear socks in bed or you don't. I want to see who's a majority and who's a minority here. Go. Dear Joe, this is my confession. I've been lying to my friend for 10 years. Oh my word. Okay, so it started when I was 8 and this new girl came to our school. She sat on a table and started talking to me about her really cool older sister and her 4 cats. She was so interesting and I realised I had nothing interesting to say about myself. So I invented a really cool older brother who played guitar and might become famous someday. It didn't stop at that. I also told her I had 5 cats. In brackets, I actually have none. This would have all been fine if we didn't become really close friends, and I invited her over to my house. By this point, I realised I had messed up and there was no going back. I couldn't just tell her I was lying because it was such a pointless lie. I would look like an idiot. So I just told her more lies. Oh yeah, I do have a brother. He just lives in the attic. I actually said that. And yeah, I have 5 cats, but 2 of them got hit by a car yesterday, and the other 3 are just walking around outside somewhere. Don't mention it to my mum though, because she gets upset. I said something along those lines. Fast forward 10 years, and we're not as close anymore because we went to different secondary schools, but I still talk to her, and she still thinks I have a rock star brother. Please tell me you've done something like this. No. I'm sorry if I haven't, but that is brilliant. Thank you so much. Hi Joe, my confession is that every Sunday night I hear my parents Whoa! I try to ignore it, but they are so loud. I try to go to sleep early, but I can never not hear them. They must think I'm asleep when they do it. It's really grim, and I want to tell them that I can hear them, but that would make things so awkward. Dear Joe, when I was really little, I went up to my mum's bedroom. She's asleep, by the way. And she always sleeps with her feet poking out. It's a bit weird. But more importantly, was she wearing socks to bed or no socks? So I crept into her room and peeled her dry skin off her foot because I thought it was funny. What? I stopped doing it and my mum was happy until I started pulling out her eyelashes. I hope I didn't weird you out too much. Love you. Kiss kiss. The creepy scary exorcist child. Dear Joe, when I was younger, I liked to pick the dead skin off my mum's feet and then pick her eyelashes out. I love you. Dear Joe, when I was younger, I had a big crush on SpongeBob SquarePants. I hated Sandy Cheeks for wanting my man / sponge. I had dreams that me and my sponge got married and had spongy human kids. But I didn't care because we were deeply in love. Help, my friends think I am weird for this relationship. Do you know what? Your friends aren't the only ones. I'm just so done. Spongy human kids. And on that note, I'm gonna end the video there. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week with another Suggs Sunday special. Cheers, bye. And also, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button. It's completely free, and it means you never miss a video from me, which is a great thing. Bye.